Yesterday was the last night of Carnival. See here the last thing. There was just Mustache cafe was still open. So they're cleaning everything here. So life is back to normal here. What is it? Kids are having school again. Mommy went to an address to clean a house there. I am officially having work as well, but I'm in the flex pool. That means they can call me any minute to join and call people again that they got corona from the carnival. Yes, right? So how was school? Fun? Fun? Yeah. As you've seen, also a small update from us that we are praying about Ukraine. We have no clue yet. We see that many people are going there. Some people just donate money, and we really need wisdom what to do, what is there for us that we can do. There's a lot we can do, of course, but is it really for us for this time? So continue praying with us when you see this. It's not something you simply decide. It is 2,000 kilometers away from here, going to a war zone. So we really need wisdom, but our heart is there, willing to help. What about you? Would you like to, just like in Malaysia, want to cook for the people? Maybe offer them a small, like a tent restaurant, so they can have like one. That's the thing that I had. I was praying, and instead of just bringing food, it's also wonderful if you could cook for the people and you just have them just one evening or one meal, just a little bit out of the stress, out of the thing, and just be able to be there with them, hug them, listen to them if they speak English. And well, in the meantime, I am cooking something, so you see it later. Oh, very typical. A Hungarian meal. I'm not sure if I have all the ingredients. So Hungary is a neighboring country from Ukraine, just like Poland and Romania. We have been having contact with some friend who's going to Romania to bring food to the border of Ukraine. In well, here's the thing, Sitar, I think Sitar. So I'm cooking Hungarian. Woohoo! Yeah? Cheese. Oh, there's one more here. Hello, more. Hello. How are you? And what kind of state?
I can't hear you.
What kind of state are you in?
What?
What kind of state? And I don't mean the United States.
Oh.
Preferably. With all this. Alright, see you later.
Slam dunk, are you ready to make
So this is PASTINAAK. I'm not sure if it is also in English called PASTINAAK. I will Google it. This is PASTINAAK. It's supposed to be made with KNOLSELDERIJ, English. What is KNOLSELDERIJ in English? Vivien knows all these ingredient names in the different languages because she's the one usually cooking. But because I'm waiting for my manager to tell me I have to work, in the meantime I can just simply keep on cooking. And they're not the best anymore because they've been laying in the fridge for too long. I'm going to cut all these things up and I'm going to make Hungarian goulash. So I need 3 onions. I only have, I think I need to take one more. I need some more garlic, and then 1 carrot. They say. Well, I make many more. I took many more carrots. I don't like it so little. Yellow paprika. I still want to see if there's more paprika because I only have a small pit. And then the red paprika pepper, and I put some real pepper in there as well. Chili, chabe. Then you have this very simple thing. Then you have this very simple sauce. So I'm not making the sauce myself. It's just a packet, huh? Somebody gave to us. And laurier was also not there. Hope you still have that. And yeah, all this. So see you later. This is not a cooking class. So it's just like an update from where we are. And then we're going back to the normal life from, you will probably see after you see some videos in the coming days from before Carnival. Because we prioritized the Carnival thing because that is just like so, so relevant at the moment. No, you must film here.
Against the light.
That doesn't matter, go outside. Midnight is enjoying the sun. Maybe you think it's summer. Well, spring is almost here, end of March, but there's already a lot of sun this week, even though it's still a bit chilly. It's like 8 degrees, I think, but it's nice. So see you later with cooking. So just to make in small cubits, I replaced the celery, KNOLSELDERIJ for PASTINAAK. It's almost the same flavor. It's in between celery and carrot or something. Yeah, Abby, I thought you were so tired. Woo! 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 Do your school. Come, do your school. Do your school. Where's midnight? So, how's the weather?
Fun.
Fun?
Mm-hmm. Fun.
What does it mean, fun? What does it mean, fun? That you can walk around butt naked?
No. Nice here.
These are our neighbors' jackets they use for carnival. So how are you, Abby? Not just say or whatever. Share. How are you doing? How's life at the moment? How do you feel about the future and all these things? This is your opportunity to share.
I just know that God will lead us to the right place.
Again?
I just know that God will lead us to the right place.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have to be afraid.
Amen. And what about you, Baruchel? About the future, if you were sharing, I just know that God leads us to the right place. It can also be just in life, it doesn't even have to be a country or a city. So what about you? Where's your faith? How do you feel? How do you stand in all this? Or maybe you'd like to say something about the situation in Ukraine. What do you think about all these people there? Already close to 1 million already left already.
Sad and scary.
Yeah. What about you, Jedaiah? How about the people, other things you saw on television, on the news?
I hope that they will be brought somewhere safe.
Mm-hmm. But you know, I was just listening to a song, and it was somehow it was saying that the promises of God, we can make them happen. You know, like for example, that God will always be there, and that we as brothers and sisters should take care, and we should be a light in the world. Huh? That we are also the ones that can fulfill the promises of God by stepping in there when it is needed, and that way, people realizing that God really cares for them. You know, too many people just pray and don't work, and then people don't see God and say God was never there. But what if we can be that light that God can shine through us? So how could we kind of like fulfill the promises of God in people's lives?
You can maybe go to Ukraine and help them with food or something, with shelter and clothes.
Yeah, because God promised He will never leave us, never forsake us. But if the whole church is not stepping in, or only like a few, or like people that go on the fields, go out, and other people don't want to, but they also don't support those that are going, then it's like we are blocking the promises of God. And is God limited to that? No, He's not limited, but He chooses to work within the family of God. He wants us to be the arm, the hand, the mouth, the feet. We can't all be the hand that goes or feed the people. We can't all be the legs that walk there. We can't all be the arms that hug the people. But we can all be a part. Maybe you are a good hugger. You're a good cooker. A cook. maybe you are a good driver that you can bring the stuff there, and maybe you have the small or big finances to support those people that are going. We all have to do our part, and in that way we can also fulfill the promises of God in people's life, and they will see the light of God in us, through us, and will meet God through just ordinary people like you and I. That is what often doesn't happen. People don't see God because we do not step up, or we want to step up, but others don't step up to support. Huh? So, are you willing? Are you available to be God's hand and feet and mouth and arm and leg? Huh? Or hands to cook? Or your mouth to share about the love of God? Just about Ukraine, you can eat these things, huh? It's not just about Ukraine. Wherever you are you willing to be a helping hand? Because God doesn't call the pastor, He doesn't call the missionary, He calls you and I, He calls all of us. Because He simply wants that His children make Him visible in our daily life. So that means in our daily life, that means whenever you meet your neighbor, or when you know your neighbor is alone at home, just go there, drink a cup of tea, or make a bread. We have been doing it for so many years already. When I really got an encounter with God when I was 18 years old, I've never really stopped trying to do that. And even through YouTube, that's why it's so frustrating. We lost our channels and we had to start all over again. And we believe it's the resistance of the devil. But will we stop? No, we will continue doing what God has asked us to do. And we want to be His light for the other person in times of trouble, in times of happiness even. And so we are called as His children to shine His light, to make Him visible through daily life. So put some oil in the pan, and then the chicken. But this is fake chicken, as you might be able to see. This is vegan, so it's for real meat. That's what we have. Make it golden brown, and then we add all the other ingredients. Yeah, hello? Hello? Who's there? What? Mama!
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, hey. I'm sorry.
All right. So, I'm done cooking. It's supposed to be eaten with rice, but I don't want. It doesn't. I hope it looks nice. Careful. This is my creation of Hungarian stuff, but I used fake chicken, and to compensate the fake chicken because we didn't have real chicken, I put some meatballs in there, some Hungarian sausages. This one, I just called Hungarian. I think they're from Holland. And some other sausages, and I cut sausages in half, so it's real meat and vegan. Yeah, but we will be eating that with potatoes, not with rice. So just to let Moriah, I'm here. So let Moriah enjoy potatoes. But Moriah is not really a potato head.
That's why she eats French fries.
Yeah, but the Hungarians don't. I don't think they eat so much rice. I think Hungarian more eat more potatoes and knödel and everything. So see you later.
They eat potatoes.
And we also like to know what do you think about what we were sharing. So and let's also get Vivien to share a little about that. Yeah. See you later. We did some groceries. It's Ash Wednesday. Okay. Hey, prepare the table. This is my Hungarian goulash, but it misses crème fraîche. I just put whipped cream in there, not whipped of course. And we're eating it with fried potatoes. Drinks and
Fried
potatoes. Patatas. Woohoo! Are you excited?
Yeah.
My Lord, we really pray for your leading. I was sharing Vivien this morning. I've shared it with you a little bit.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that thing about us can be the fulfillment of promises of God?
Yeah.
Like by making God visible.
I believe in that. I believe that it is our life's calling as well. and really like hands-on, helping
Yes.
people where it's needed, like cooking, cleaning, whatever it is, and and in that way showing God's love
Yeah.
through your actions. And I'm willing to go.
Accompanied by words.
Accompanied by the words, yeah.
What's happening here? Very noisy, Samuel. Mama was sharing. Hey, call Moriah. She has to set the table. Moriah! We're going to have dinner!
We eat the Hungarian food that Papa made. Oh.
Hold up, it's not clean the lens.
But I need some more crab fresh that is more like, how it goes? More like a sour taste. Well, not sour taste, but...
Well, how
Hey,
does
but
it
that's,
taste?
It's delicious. It's a bit spicy, but not very spicy.
It is not spicy, man.
A little bit, I said, a bit.
Hey, don't talk so loud. People might be thinking that you are a nasty kid. He's just joking.
He's always nasty.
Yeah. So, I am full in my mind, in my head, in my prayer. And yesterday I was sharing just a tiny bit with a friend of mine while I was working, just in a small chat, and I cried because of the situation in Ukraine and the people there, and knowing that many people. I heard already 2,000 civilians died already, 6,000 Russian militaries, because it's their choice anyway, and then of course many civilian fighters and militaries already died. So for me it's really like, when you have the chance to do something, just like a cup of water, what the Bible talks about, you serve it. And Jesus says, what you've done to the least of my brothers, you've done it unto me. Even serving a cup of water, you know. And or like what the Bible says, you don't tell somebody like, hey, stay warm when you have a second a coat. Even when you have a coat, you don't really need it because you have a house. Give it away. And with food also. And so we really need wisdom. And but if up to me, if we would have a car, we would have a van, I would have directly already gone there, like, just for a few days, you know. Even though it's a long trip, traveling there. Just already to start something, because we don't have to directly move all the way within a few days or a few weeks. We can first start already going for trips.
Yeah.
And we need wisdom, and we want all of us to be part of that. So any thing to share? Maybe the kids there on that side there.
Yeah, can I ask you, Jedaiah, what do you think you can do?
What could you do there?
Help the people with food and shelter and blankets, clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
Now, when you're there,
Maybe read the Bible with them or something.
We can tell them about Jesus so they will believe in Jesus.
But the thing is, what if we would just tell the people about Jesus without using words? By showing that we care for them. Showing. That's what I was feeling today. Making God visible through deeds. So that means we are fulfilling the promises that the Bible talks about, that God is always there for us. But He wants to use Jedaiah, He wants to use Moriah, He wants to use all of us, He wants to use you at home. So that God is visible, is seen, it's touchable through us, you know? And not just, because the thing is, we can give them water and we can give them bread, but if we don't give them the living water, we don't give them the eternal thing that feeds them for eternity, you know, then it's still like, of course we live in the now, but it's also important, I think your finger is blocking. It's also important that we care for them for what happens after this life. So for us it's a combination of that.
Also, when I first started, and then Papa also said like a joke mostly, like yesterday we're going to get a fight. Of course.
Yeah, pick up guns, eh?
Yeah.
Like many people now doing, eh?
And I think that's also good, but you also have to be careful. First of all, there's a real chance you would die.
Yeah, true.
But second, I was thinking like, yeah, I know where I'm going. And I was also thinking later when Papa was more seriously talking about it, like, well, even if I'm not going to pick up a gun, they still need people there, they need help, they need support, they need a lot of stuff. And as for myself, I have no objection to going there.
You were saying it before, objection not to go there. But if you would turn it around, you have no objection to go there, that's already a good start. But
I feel positive.
it's also like a kind of
Yeah.
urge. That sounds like even
Not necessarily like an urge, but there is like a feeling like
Willingness.
it's a good thing to do, and it's yeah. It's
it's also because what have we seen on television, for example, what's happening all around, now not all around it, but do people that don't even know Jesus, what are they doing at the moment? What did we see in Holland, in Europe, in Belgium, in France?
not only are there people. Well, first of all, there's people just driving back and forth, bringing supplies and whatever. There were even
Even
some people
generators.
driving from Holland in a whole convoy of like 5, 6, 7 cars to pick people up. So even that, if those people can do good out of their conviction, why shouldn't we?
Yeah, they just do it.
Yeah.
But of course, the thing is, we just came back to Holland and we are praying for an next step. And for us, it's not just going for 1 or 2 trips. We also think further ahead. Like the people that are doing that, it's just for them, it's like for now, for a 1 time, 2 times thing. But we're also considering that it will not be just for a few times. That for us, it might actually mean moving there.
It might we might be even involved in rebuilding Ukraine,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Of course, it is a big decision.
The thing is, you are not limited, and you can do anything actually in this kind of time.
Because so much is needed.
Yeah, you can just be you and do wherever you can help. You can clean up or whatever, something like that. Every help, every hands are, yeah, a help counted. But of course, with all your heart. What about the rest?
Look, I thought Vivien, Moriah was having something on her heart, on her mind to share.
I was thinking today that often we find ourselves wishing that people would just help us with things, just have a heart to do it. And I was thinking, why am I not like that for somebody else? Like, just be something to them, as I often wish people could be to me. So
Yeah. That's true, because we have given up everything. And it's another thing again, also together with Vivien, but also before a new Vivien. It was always at a time in our life, in my life, also in our life, when we had a lot of chances, like now we're back in Holland, have quite a solid, good job. And Vivien is more possibilities, more opportunities, and we have the possibility to fix our bank account again instead of being in the red numbers. And but every time again, but these things happen. Like, and when we would stay in Holland, then we will get the papers so we can get a mortgage, we can buy a house, all these things. But every time at this kind of crossroads, something happens like this. That's God moved me to France. God moved me to Malaysia. We went back to Holland together with Vivien, and God moved us back again to Malaysia, to Indonesia, all these things, and now again. So we are willing, and we've always said, I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back, no turning back. Huh? Abby is fervently agreeing on that, shaking, how to say that? Nodding her head. So why would you do that? Why are you doing that? Because you also feel like that?
yeah.
Yes. Nobody else has anything to share still? Is there anything still on your heart that you really would like to share? For example, maybe is there some kind of fear? Do you have like some kind of fears, Moriah? It's a war zone, huh?
scared of that part.
Well, we heard from a Belgian journalist, and I hope I'm not blocking the microphone. From a Belgian journalist, he was in an apartment complex from 90 apartments, and there was only 3 still being used. So that means 87 were vacant, were left alone, were just vacant, people left already. They ran Kiev. So.
Something to add about what you were saying, that every time this how do you call it? What did she say?
Well, we finally get material opportunities,
Yeah,
job
what was the word?
opportunities, and wild. Yeah, well,
Yeah, when we are in that, how do you call that? No, not intersection. That
crossroads.
Crossroads. Yeah.
Like kind of like normal, like
Normal life.
something like that.
Yeah. I think it just came up to me maybe because God knows that we would choose for His way anyway. So even though
Maybe
it's in
test
front
for
of
us.
Not really test us, but He
For
knows
us,
He-
no, a
yeah,
test for us, not God,
test for us, yeah.
not God
And-
testing us,
And
but
He's confident in asking us to do some things because we are going for it anyway. In
yeah.
a way, yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
He knows our hearts.
If
he
we
knows
are,
our
if we know it's from
thoughts,
God,
yeah.
yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Now, this was the last part, was without music. Okay, we thank you so much for staying with us, praying for us. We will prioritize this video as well because it's urgent, and so it will come directly after the carnival. Like we said, it's already done, carnival here, and it's Ash Wednesday, so you know this video is like 5 days behind. So yeah, thank you so much for watching us.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, pray for us.
For more updates.
Yes, and soon maybe the videos will be coming from Eastern Europe.
But you want to say something?
Vlogs.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So stay tuned and yeah.
Yeah, and if we would be going there, sure, we will go live a lot of times because we cannot edit everything. So there might be several videos a day sometimes. So, but let's not run ahead of things. Let's just see what's happening, and it might be not happening at all. But we really have a desire to move to help those people because there are so many of them who need help. Yes. Okay, what's happening here?
Well, I was walking. Hoshaiah bumped into my face.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Still say sorry. Because it's an ongeluk.
Worst.
Oh, geen bloed.
Okay. Now, let's make a thumb blue, and it's here where you can subscribe.
Here's
And
the
here.
vlog. Is the vlog.
Some other vlogs that you can watch. Yep. See you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Ooh.
Bye. Can you make more on here? You can make more.
Okay, I'm gonna eat my food now. It's already getting cold.
Now I remember check his food.